Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Catherine. Thank you for those who are returning and welcome to the newcomers. Tonight I'm doing a all signs video that I've had to cut in sections because it was way too long. So this particular section, you probably noticed by the title, we're looking at Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. The theme is confessions, mainly what it is they're not telling you, whether purposely or not. Who knows why? We might see that in the cards, but really what we're looking at is what it is that they're not saying, right? Not just the why, the motivations, although it might come up. So just to warn you, I did temper the Kipper deck. I had to remove a few cards simply because they were off topic, but it's the only deck that's like that. So let's just jump in, and we're starting with Libra. So let's get that first card for you, and you get change. Let me get another card right away. You get trust. And I'll get one tarot card right away as well. It slipped out. 3 of Cups. That's great. It's an interesting mix because, okay, so what I'm sensing first is that it's almost like there's almost 3 issues. There are 3 separate things I want to talk to you about. So far, all the other signs that I've done, the message was relatively unified, and it was consistently one subject, one confession, if you want. Here it looks to me like the core would be the trust between the two of you, as something that would be the foundation of eventually a change and or a reunion with you. So, and I say and or because I don't know what your relationship with this person is, etc., etc. So take it or leave it, or work it out for yourself. So it's interesting. So the change could be about reuniting with you. That would imply that they're at a distance, that they're maybe not even really related to you or connected or officially connected or something like that. There might be, especially if there's trust in the middle, it could be a very new budding relationship between the two of you. And so maybe you guys are only acquaintances and friends, and maybe like from acquaintances they want to become your friend, and from friend they might want to become your lover. So those are the changes, the kind of change that I see about coming together with you. Like, so this reunion could be the relationship becoming an item, for instance, by finally coming together. Or it could simply be, let's say we're looking at someone that you're more only an acquaintance. Maybe they really want friendship with you. They want to really celebrate. That's not the right word. They want to, well, it is a little bit. They want to celebrate. They want to kind of celebrate like how do you say this? I don't want to use the word leveling up. It's almost like excuse me, I'm French, by the way, okay? So sometimes I do look for my words in English. Just want to say that. It's almost like the celebration. It's like, yay, like almost like a victory. It's that's what it is. It's almost like a victory to say, well, yes, you know, I'm closer to this person a little more than I was before, right? You seem to mean a lot to them. And they would also be triumphant or feel really good about the fact that they've gained your trust, okay? That they've, you know, they have more of your trust. All of that, right? It's like layers. That's why it's difficult to express, because it could be acquaintance, friendship, love, relationship. So there's layers and different ways to look at it depending on where you are on that spectrum. So hence why it was a little difficult to clarify here. I'm hoping I was clear though. So, but the change could be a different type of change. It could be just not, it could be not just becoming closer to you. It could also imply, I find maybe a move, traveling, whatever implies getting together with you, getting back together with you. And the circumstances around it, i.e. distance, for instance. Time could also play in. Let's see what's in our hearts, because I feel I've delivered the message. I don't feel there's anything else to be said here. Partnerships and alliances. You see, it's incredible. It's really an alliance. And you see, an alliance really implies, and partnerships as well, trust. Trust is really the basis of all of that. It's beautiful. It's incredible. It's very coherent. So, I mean, the change for me is really getting closer to you. And I don't know why they wouldn't tell you. In this case, I can't see really why they wouldn't tell you, because it's all positive. Maybe the only restraint for them is because, let's say your acquaintances or even just friends. No, maybe the example, friends to lovers, right? It's like, sometimes you have a really great friendship and you don't want to jeopardize that. So you're afraid to become lovers, because if it doesn't work out, then you lose your friend as well, right? So maybe that's why they're not telling you. Anyways, I'm going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, your turn. Confessions, confessions. Someone has something to tell you, and let's hear it. I'm hearing, let's hear it for the boy. This is such an old song. Let's hear it from a man. Can't sing. I do apologize. I'm not a great singer, although I love music. I have to admit, that's a talent I would have liked, I would have wished I had, but hey. Let's get back to you, Scorpio. Let me pull that card for you. You have concern. Or they have concern, because we're looking at this person's confessions to you. So they're concerned. I'm going to get another card and understand a bit better why, or what about, really. I'm not taking pop-outs. And these have turned. feel I need to shuffle a bit more. I'm actually cutting for you. Chemistry. Wow. Okay, so they're concerned about the chemistry, physical chemistry between the two of you. I'm gonna get the tarot right away. I'm curious. I really want the full picture on this one. I'm hoping we can see their feelings. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so this person, it's very clear. The concern is about the chemistry. So I guess you can't really tell until you try. But for some reason, there might have been a few attempts at this because the seeds planted did not yield any fruit. So, and there are 7 pentacles. So it's possible that there were multiple attempts in the past trying to get closer, trying to get you to feel something, feel the attraction, or at least reciprocate the interest, at least in that direction, right? So it doesn't feel like it's been the case. So you're greatly almost worried here. Excuse me, they are worried. Sorry, it came out wrong because this is their side. I have to tell you, I don't think they want to tell you because they don't want to offend you. So probably they feel or they perceive that it would jeopardize everything if they were to ask you straight up, you know, do you actually feel attracted to me? You know, do you have a thing for me? They'd rather feel it than have to ask. So, but at the moment, either they're not close to you. I feel they wouldn't be because for some reason they're not sensing that. So either they're not sensing that because there's no attraction. So there you go, Scorpio. They have their answer and you're not into them, and it didn't yield results, and that's it. And they're concerned, but most likely disappointed, right? And if it's really just because they're not around you, then yes, they're concerned because they don't know how to get closer to even eventually find out or get you there. Either way. So but I do think that what they're really hiding also from you, in this case, it's hiding. I think they would hide that they've attempted to let you know that they were attracted, or to let you feel it, you know. They would have, they would try to hide the fact that they desire you. Probably some of the reasons could be as simple as, you know, by being delicate with you, giving you like time and space, as in the case where you're close or you're accessible. But the other reason would be maybe so that it comes from you, and that it doesn't, you know, that they're not being pushy with you, and that, you know, they want you to reciprocate, and they want it to be natural and organic and not forced. So let's see what's in their heart. Ooh, that one came out, crown chakra. That's beautiful. It's interesting because, you know, the base chakra and the crown chakra are very much linked when it comes to sexuality, right? Because when the base chakra is lit, the energy goes up all the way up, and also fully opens the crown. So they really desire you. I'm gonna tell you, this is even just the color of this. It's interesting. It's a little bit pinkish too on this card. So there's a lot of love there. It's not just attraction. There are feelings there. And being the crown, I think that there's also a connection with you. You know, I say love, it's not the heart chakra, but the pink reminds me of, you know, pink quartz, which points to love and self-love. That's why I'm saying love. But ultimately, being the card of the crown chakra, they're really mostly connected to you energetically. At the crown level. Which implies, quote unquote, some form of familiarity with you, like a instant bond, or you know when you have a special something for someone, like, or that you know that this person, I don't know, he's or she's special, you know, that kind of feeling, you know. Anyways, let's move on to Sagittarius. Sag. What are these confessions for you coming from this person? You get main female. Okay, so we're looking. Okay, so I chose the Kipper cards to be as specific as possible. So being a love relationship, if this is not the gender that you're into, then of course you can switch it up, of course. But if not, try to keep it as a main female, because that's who's showing up. But I mean, I'm not rigid. You get worth waiting for. That's awesome. Let's get the tarot. You get the Fool in reverse. Okay. This is a case of a confession where there are contradictory feelings that this person has, right? So that's mainly the reason they're not telling you about you know, how they feel. So this person deems you to be worth waiting for. So they think that obviously they want a relationship. They want something more with you. I say more because I don't know where you stand in that relationship. Like, what's the status of the relationship, right? But for some reason, they also are very skittish and reticent. Réticent in French, it means how can I explain this? a little bit unsure, and yeah, a little bit unsure if you want, of if they actually want to take a leap with you. It would point to the fact that maybe you're not really in a relationship at the moment. Or if you're in a relationship, let's say what's worth waiting for is not you, since you're now connected, but maybe there's something else that they want, right? Like bringing the relationship to another level, right? Or either having a kid, buying a house, doing something major within the relationship that requires some time, right? Because obviously a major purchase requires maybe savings for a down payment. It requires looking for the house, the perfect house, etc., etc. So there's something about time and taking your time either to also develop the relationship, but there's always this nagging feeling on their part of they're not quite doing the moves. You know what I mean? Like it's really strange. It's like they're looking at you as, yes, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're what I need, you're what I want, you're everything I've ever wanted and wished for, and yet it's like staying like on the verge of, and never just like saying, will you, can I, do you accept, can I see you, can I be with you, you know, like whatever it is that you're saying to them, it's like it doesn't even feel like these words are crossing your lips, let alone your actions. You know what I mean? So it's twofold. It's like the person is somewhat in the dark. Somewhat in the dark. Like there were two other signs that I was able to pick up that yes, between the two of you, you at least Sagittarius, could be sensing that this person has a thing for you, but you would also be wondering, well, what are you waiting for? Come over, like what, like, and let me know, you know. But I don't know, it's it'll play out differently for each and every one of you. So I'm giving you examples to illustrate as much as possible what I'm sensing here. But I feel that there are very few words and no actions coming from this person at the moment, even if they hold you, you know, like in higher regards, and like they think you're like a diamond. And not a diamond in the rough, like a diamond, and a big one too. Not that it has to be big, because sometimes diamonds are actually, the purity of the diamond is what really matters. I'm just not clear on, I'm trying to feel out why they would just, why the wait, like why stand at the threshold of this, you know what I mean? Like why never crossing that threshold or that bridge? Maybe the heart chart, I want to draw a card about what's in their heart. What else? Maybe that'll tell us. It came out, no, two came out. I'm gonna take them, they came out. They're bad. Sacrifice and material harvest. So I shouldn't have said that they're bad. My apologies. what I dislike, and that's personal, so I'm frank here, is that the person is assuming that they have to make a sacrifice of their material needs or their material dreams and ambitions if they were to pursue a love relationship with you. And I find personally that that's a little too bad, right? Because one shouldn't come at the exclusion of the other. On the contrary, sometimes they actually, the two domains actually sometimes reinforce one another, especially within a couple, because both individuals support each other, work together, you know, you're stronger together. Anyways, so let's move on. Actually, no, I'm gonna stop the video here, and I will do Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces on a different one, just not to have the upload take forever. So anyways, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. Please like the video. I would appreciate. It's one way also to know that you guys are coming on the videos, watching them, but appreciating what you see and hear, right? I mean, you know that, it's obvious, but it's, especially if you don't comment, then at least I have a feedback. Anyways, on that note, good night. I'll see you soon.